Hi, I'm Mark Phillips, host of Enhancing Human Experience and creator of Focus and Flow. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 things that I'm doing right now to keep my vibration high in the midst of what's going on, right? Some people call it the coronavirus crisis. Some people call it the quarantine. But you know that we're in a situation that is really unprecedented, at least in my lifetime. And it's just really strange and something that is totally abnormal for people. Definitely if you're living in Western society, you know, seeing the grocery store shelves bare and having people stay in their homes. And just there's a lot of fear and worry and anxiety in the world, especially if you're looking at social media and reading the newspaper, which I do not recommend, watching the television, which I do not recommend, other than to get critical information about what's happening. And we'll talk about that at the end of this video. But like I said, in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 things that I'm doing to keep my vibration really high. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you a couple things that I'm not. I already alluded to that a little bit, but I was inspired to make this video after someone who had watched the episode 2 of Enhancing the Human Experience on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/gmarkphillips. That episode is all about Emmet Fox's The Golden Key. And I'll link that episode in the description beneath this video. But in that episode, I read The Golden Key, talk about my love for The Golden Key, and also how it can help you to maintain a positive attitude and stay tuned in to being effective in the world and doing the right thing and staying on the path and not getting off in the weeds, so to speak, like I sometimes do, like we all sometimes do. And so this individual wrote me an email asking me, hey, do you have any other tips? And I said, you know, as a matter of fact, I do. And as a matter of fact, I am doing some specific concrete things based on my experience and my knowledge. And again, I want to share that in this video. So let's jump in without wasting too much time here. But before we do that, I just want to say that these things are in addition to the 5 things that federal agencies and healthcare providers are recommending. And you can find those if you just go to google.com. You've probably already seen them, where they talk about, you know, the 5 things. That's social distancing, shaking hands with your elbow, those kind of things, right? Washing your hands. These are in addition to those things. So number 1 is that I'm really trying to be focused on, I'm really being focused on what I'm eating and drinking and maintaining really high vibrational, high nutrient food. I'm not eating a bunch of sugar, although a piece of candy here or there is not going to kill anyone. Not eating low vibration foods, which is processed foods with a lot of fillers and stuff like that. I'm really trying to eat wholesome foods. Like today I had a spinach salad, definitely making smoothies with spinach and frozen fruits and vegetables, blueberries, strawberries, some cinnamon and spices in there, almond milk, those kind of things. So I'm really being conscious about what I'm putting into my body, because again, we want our vibration to be as high as possible anytime, let alone if it's in a time that's, you know, we're having like stresses on our body and feeling anxiety and worry and doubt about what's happening in the world. So I'm really being super conscious about what I eat and also super conscious about what I drink. And I'm drinking lots of pure water. And honestly, sometimes I will forget to drink water. I'll drink my morning water and my morning ritual, and then I'll get so busy doing my work, editing videos, writing, whatever I'm doing, most of the day will go by and I'll realize, hey, I forgot to drink water. So what I'm doing is filling up glasses so that I know I got to drink that much per day. That way I'm really conscious of it. So that's the first thing. Eating really clean, drinking really clean. The other thing that I'm doing, again, to maintain a really high vibration, is I'm listening to high vibrational music. Not a lot of the music on mainstream radio or television is high vibrational. Now, I like some of that music. I think it's very creative, and I get a lot of inspiration from those individuals and those artists. But more and more, and especially in times like these, I find myself going on YouTube, searching high vibrational music, tantra music, shamanic music, something that is totally unlike most of the music that we hear in our popular culture. And I'm just letting that play in the background while I'm working or while I'm just chilling. And I know that it's working at a subconscious and conscious level to raise my vibration and to just kind of clean up the frequency that is going in through to my ears. That's the second thing that I'm doing, listening to that high vibrational music. Along that lines, I'm also being really conscious and bringing in, flowers and things to my space, because even though this flower isn't in the best shape, it was not a great selection in the store, but flowers, specifically roses, have a really high vibration. And when you bring them into your space, they're going to help tune you up a little bit. So I recommend going out and getting some flowers and bringing them into your space periodically throughout this time, because it's going to help you maintain the focus. This rose sits on my desk, and every few days after it starts to wither and die, I'm going to replace that so that it keeps my vibration really, really high. Get any color you like. I particularly like white because I just find that I resonate with white roses really well, but obviously red roses are fine. Any kind of flower is fine. Again, just something from nature to bring into your space and help you elevate your spirits. So that's the second thing I'm doing, listening to music, bringing beautiful objects into my experience. Roses are one. The third thing, and this is huge, this is absolutely huge, is meditation. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I sometimes do not get in my daily meditation because I get so excited with something I want to produce, something I want to do, and I just start going. Now, I will say that's not the best course of action. Meditation on a consistent basis has so many profound benefits. Now, the type of meditation that I practice is transcendental meditation. I've tried a number of different types of meditation, and I find that really resonates with me. Of course, you do whatever you want to do. That is a mantra-based meditation. Even chanting the word Om over and over will tune up your environment and tune up your state of being like nobody's business. So that's one of the foundational things that I'm doing first thing in the morning to start my day off, and also in the afternoon if I'm feeling it, and if I make the space for it, which I definitely should, and it's beneficial when I do. So meditation, specifically transcendental meditation, for me is one of the things that I'm doing. The third thing that I'm doing. The fourth thing that I'm doing, again, is absolutely huge, and that is I'm reading spiritual literature. Anything that resonates with you, from the Bible to stuff written by yogis or saints or sages. I find a lot of comfort and well-being in Abraham Hicks stuff. Anything that resonates with you, whether it's, spiritual type, religious type, whatever you're going to do, spiritual literature, reading spiritual literature and spiritual books is fantastic for raising your state of being and helping you tune in to what you really are, right? A spiritual being having a human experience, and at the moment, the experience that we're all having is not that great. So that's number 4, reading spiritual literature. Number 5, this is actually huge too, right? Again, this is the best of the best. This is the list that I'm doing right now. This one is huge. Stay busy. I'm staying busy. I'm staying productive. I've never been so productive in my life than these last 3 or 4 days, honestly. I shouldn't say in my life, but in a long time. I'm editing videos. I've got a lot of video content that I shot down at the 10X Growth Conference in Vegas. Editing that video up. I'm editing podcasts. A couple new podcast episodes with guests are coming out. One in the next day or so, and the other one very shortly after that. But honestly, the backlog of video content that I need to edit is pretty big, and I'm plowing through that and enjoying that process. Diving in, doing the deep work like Cal Newport talks about. And you know what that helps me do? 1, it helps me get my stuff done. But 2, it helps me tune out and focus on something that's productive. That's my work. Now, what I ask you is, what's your work, right? Maybe you're in the medical profession. Maybe you're in some other type of profession that is hands-on right now, that is needed in order to navigate this crisis. I'm not in that profession. My work is to do the best that I can, sharing this information and knowledge with you, hoping you find value in it, and sharing these best practices for living, right? And creating video content that is entertaining and valuable to you on your journey. That's my work, right? Your work is something else. And so what is your work? Make sure you're doing it at a high level. And again, we're going to talk about this at the end of the video. The thing not to do is nothing. The thing not to do is sit around and watch TV all day, regardless of what you're watching, right? Maybe it's just movies. That's unproductive work that is not going to raise your vibration. When you're doing something you love, when you're doing your soul work and your heart work, your vibration is going to raise and you're going to tune everything out and you're going to focus on that work, and it's going to make you feel really freaking awesome. And at the end of the day, you will feel productive and turned on like nobody's business. That's number 5. Stay productive, stay creative, and do the work that you do, whatever that may be, right? What lights you up, what makes you come alive, that kind of stuff. Number 6, again, not to be discounted, as I'm walking outside periodically, riding my bike, I love riding my cruiser, chilling, and just getting away from everything, right? This gives me time to think and time to let new ideas come into my consciousness that I want to create, that I want to do. Walking in nature, we are fortunate here in Boise, we have a super awesome green belt. If you have a space like that in your area, get out there and walk. It's so cathartic. The last thing, and I saved this for last because I think this is another powerful. These are all powerful, but this has been hugely powerful in my late experience of late. And that is, it's based on something that I'm developing that I'm going to be launching and selling as a digital product initially on the Focus and Flow page at focusandflow.co. And also then eventually as a Kindle book and an Amazon book, primarily an Amazon hard copy or paperback book. But it's journaling. It's writing down specifically lists of things that are working, things that you're satisfied with, things that you appreciate, things that you're grateful for. The simplest things are the biggest things right now too. If you can't find something simple, write down the fact that you're breathing and alive right now. Write down the fact that you have the ability to create. Write down the fact that anything is potentially, the options are infinite for what you can create and what you can be and do and have in the world. Whatever you do, just write those things down, make those lists of positive aspects. This is based a lot on the teachings of Abraham Hicks, and keep that list going. I mean, I keep this with me as much as I possibly can. It's open on my desk right next to me. And when little things, ideas come into my mind, I write those down like bullet journal style, right? I write them down because the act of writing it down impresses it into my consciousness, and it also keeps a record and a log for, say, times I'm not feeling super awesome, right? I'm going to look back at that and read that, and I'm going to say, you know what? I've got it really good. I've got a lot of things going for me. I've got friends and family and my health and work that I enjoy, and I keep that log going infinitely. In the Focus and Flow journal that's going to be coming down the line, like I say, I'm fine-tuning it now. It's going to be a couple different parts. One of them is going to be writing down those positive aspects, but the other part is going to be helping you create the experiences that you want to have in life, specifically by harnessing that creative power within you. I don't want to give away too much now, but I definitely wanted to share that aspect. Cannot be discounted. I cannot overstate it enough. Get yourself a journal, something, like I said, I use these little composition journals because I look at this as a tool, right? I mean, I've got fancier journals and I've got small and big journals, leatherette bound, I should say. But I like these because I'm using that writing as a tool to tune up my consciousness and to tune in to why I have it good, right? To the experiences either now or in the future that I want to cultivate within myself and to help. It's all about raising my vibration and helping me feel good. Use whatever journal you want. Make it something that you can carry with you, throw in your car. You can even put it in digital format on your phone. That's totally fine too. Although I prefer the act of actually writing it down because I like that tangible aspect a lot more than putting it into digital version. But do what you can, do what you want to do, right? It's your tool to help you raise your vibration and stay really tuned in to the awesomeness and the best aspects of this moment right here and now. Again, it's called the Focus and Flow Journal. It'll be coming down the line, but that's number 7, writing down positive aspects about your situation. If you find something that happens awesome, write that down. Please do not judge it and say that's too trivial or that's too small. At these times right now, there's nothing trivial or small. If it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel abundant and prosperous, then I encourage you to write that down. And again, stay tuned for more information about the Focus and Flow Journal, including the whole rollout and launch. If you want to stay tuned, please subscribe to the channel here on YouTube or my mailing list at gmarkphillips.com. You can also pick up tools for conscious creators there. There's a number of tools in that welcome package that are designed to help you create more of what you want in your business and your life. You're a creator, whether that means helping you get into action or helping you stay into action or be inspired or actually like compartmentalize and specifically strategize the work that you want to do, right? Strategy and action. All those tools are tools that I use in my own journey to help me create what wants to come through. They help me overcome the doubt, the fear, the anxiety, the inertia, the feelings of not good enough, the feelings of overwhelmment sometimes. And so that's why I created those for business people and personal. Just use them in your day-to-day life. They're really, really beneficial. These are tools that I've gathered on my journey, and I'm offering them in a welcome package when you sign up for my email list at gmarkphillips.com. All right, that's the 7 things. Of course, I alluded to some of the things that I'm not doing at the beginning of this video. And that is, again, I'm not watching television. I'm not listening to the news. I don't want to hear play-by-play of what's happening in the world. I've got so many fun things that I'm creating right now, and I know you have things that you want to create too, projects that you've had on hold. This is an opportunity to do that, right? You're not going to be bugged by people. You're not going to be expected to go to social events. Social events are canceled. You're not going to be interrupted. I mean, take the advice of Cal Newport and dive in and do the deep work that fills up your soul, that gives your life meaning, that you find deep satisfaction and fulfillment in. And I promise you, you will feel better and you won't even know what's happening in the world. And to that point, that's what we all have to do. We've got to take our consciousness off this coronavirus epidemic and put it on productive things that are actually going to make the world a better place. The coronavirus epidemic is what it is. It's here. It is what it is, right? It'll go away when we stop giving it attention and when it obviously burns itself out. There are internal factors at play, and obviously there are real life external factors at play that I'm not discounting. But what my question to you is, ask yourself, what benefit can you give the world and other people that will actually be productive and beneficial in this time? And again, that's a question for you. Do your work, stay on your path, create the things you want to create, share positive experiences, whatever you think is going to be helpful in this time. That's what the world needs. The world does not need all of us glued to the television watching the play-by-play of this thing go down. That is not helpful at all. Stay informed, but don't glue yourself to the television. You have so much that, I don't know you, but I can safely say this, that you have so many things that want to come through you that are in your creative pipeline. And I encourage you to sit down and start mapping those out and letting those come through. Like I say, I think that's going to be the best, most beneficial thing on your journey. So I hope those things are helpful. If you did find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who you think might be struggling, or share a couple of these ideas with them. You may not have to share the video, but let them know some of the things that are working for you. These are the things that are working for me. Again, please subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. I'm pushing forward, right? I'm not slowing down. If anything, I'm picking up my pace and pushing a lot more content and products out there to the world that make me feel good. These are products that I use. I hope they're beneficial to you on your journey. Thanks again. Leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're doing. And until next time, I wish you all the best, health, wealth, and success. Thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome day.